Alright, and hello. I want to show you x86 box because if you're like me, you're interested in the old operating systems, and it's much easier to use than real hardware. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Start, because good luck trying to find all this. I mean, look what I got. I got a Voodoo 3 in there. I've got an A Open with an Intel Pentium 2. Now, I say this, but this morning I was using my Windows XP, well, I say Windows XP computer. It's a Pentium 4, and it's bloody noisy because the CPU fan. I'm not wearing my headphones, by the way, so yeah, occasionally you'll hear things like that. Right, so here we go. Here's Windows 98. And yeah, as I was saying, with my real old computer, the bearing on the CPU fan is going, and it's bloody noisy. And I could get a new CPU core, which I might do, because then I could put some new thermal paste on it, or I could get a new 60mm fan. But anyway, let's cross that bridge when we come to it. So here's my computer, and as you can see, it's very basic. I mean, if we go to properties, let's put something, apply that. Wow, makes a big difference, doesn't it? Cargo net. Isn't this like, these are all patterns? Ah, yeah. Right, so I don't have any wallpapers because this version of Windows 98 I'm using is not like the full retail version from Microsoft. This is a version I got called Windows 98 Quick Installer, which also gives you the option for Windows ME Edition. I might play around with that. But anyway, if I go to my computer, you'll see here it's very simple. In fact, oh yeah, and this was another thing. In the Windows 98 era, it would show you a preview of where the box went, but it wouldn't actually drag it. I don't know when that came about. It might have been Windows 2000, it might have been Windows 98. But if I go to accessories, I don't have it there. Okay. What's confusing here is this morning I was using my Windows 98 machine. No, the Pentium 4 Windows XP machine, and I was getting it connected to the internet. So I got a wireless USB dongle on it, and yeah, I can connect to the internet, but no website works, and I can't even go to gog.com because, yeah, nearly every single part of the internet uses HTTPS now, and those old processors, they really struggle to with the extra CPU load to render it. So let me go to this, and all this is, right, you can, if you go to, let's just do control end, right, so control end, now I've got my Linux mouse back. This, by the way, works in Windows 11 and stuff. So my CD-ROM drive here, all I'm saying to it is just go to my x86 box folder. So, oh, you know what? Let's make this a big video. I want to mount plus 98. Let's have some themes. So come on, let's make Windows 98 a bit prettier. So we're going to say mount an image. And as you can see there, I've got my recordings. In fact, you know what? Before I do this, right, I've got Cocteau Twins, but that's copyrighted music because, you know, it's made by somebody who got a publishing contract. So if I get my recordings, and you see there's like, they don't recognize the MP3s, but that's okay. Because what I do is if I go copy, and then go start, and then programs. No, not programs. Sorry. I think I need to get like Total Commander or Volkov Commander or something like that, because I'm not too fond of this this thing here. Let's just go paste. And then there we go. So I'll put some of my recordings here like so. And now, this computer is not typical of the time. It's like, oh, you know, what would have been a top-of-the-range Windows 98 computer, and it doesn't have a hard drive in it. It's got a RAM disk because the hard drive's emulated. But I think the CD drive is actually working at CD drive speeds, because this should transfer instantly. But I thought, wouldn't it be nice, right, if I just put some of my stuff in there? However, I don't have Winamp. Go to... Now, this came with a bunch of stuff. You know, Netscape Navigator and all that. Well, let's do it anyway. I can get the internet on this. And if I go... Yeah, I put FrogFind as my search engine. So if I just go Winamp for Windows 98... See if I can find that. Oh yeah, get rid of this window. Rubbish. Download old version of Winamp.com. And that's HTTPS, so if I click on it... Oh, it's actually... Article is missing content type or content length. Oh yeah, my... I was going to install the IntelliMouse because I really miss using the scroll wheel, but I haven't done that yet. Yeah, so I think the way to do it is to use a modern browser and do it that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to... Oh my god, it really is going at CD speeds, isn't it? Yep, so this is going to take a long time. Why don't I pause the video and I'll come back to you when I've got Winamp installed. Control end. Right, now I've got my mouse. Pause. I'm back recording. And here's another thing which I noticed with the copy dialog on Windows 98. Because I was thinking to myself, why don't I disabuse myself of the notions of Windows 98 being great? I mean, it's alright. Don't get me wrong, it's alright. It's certainly efficient. But my god, there's a lot of problems with it. Do you know, this isn't the first time I tried this experiment, right? I remember going back in the day, I had a PC chips computer with an AMD Duron. I thought, oh, let's get Windows 98 working on it. And it did for a bit, but I kept getting blue screens over and over again. So where is fire? Oh, you know what? I'll do all right, window button D. No, that doesn't work. Okay, find. So now in programs and under accessories in Windows XP, there's a thingy. It's called Windows Explorer, but it's not here. And I think the total copy dialog was something that only happened in Windows XP. So I think that may be the net. Oh, look, there it is, Windows Explorer. So I'll bring up it. Hey, that's what I wanted. That's much better than whatever this rubbish is. So if I go to x86 box, now let's see if it recognises the... because I downloaded the thing. I don't think it's... Well, what is the file called? I downloaded Winamp, right? Yep, so there's Winamp. Yep, and it's in the x86 box directory. Okay. So if I go back to here, it should just be called Winamp. Maybe it doesn't work with... maybe it doesn't work if you don't have... Oh, you know, can I drag and drop? Yes, I can drag and drop it. That works. Okay, so look, you're going to be here forever because that's like a few gigabytes of data. But if I go to my recordings, yeah, a lot of this stuff doesn't work. So I'll just click on this one. That works. So it's all right with WAV files. Ah, yes, wonderful. What about this? Oh yeah, yep. Here's my Zoom recording. We got anything else? 10 megabytes? What's this one? 5 megabytes. But what about this? I mean, that's 79. Ah, that's fairly large. There's not enough memory available to load that into it. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. So the sound recorder can only deal with things up to a certain size. And I think I've got, what, 128 megs of RAM? Let's have a look at the computer. Right, so if I click on this and properties. So this is what you can see, the quick install version. So if you look for Windows 9X quick install, you'll get more information about that. It's brilliant. Instead of waiting an hour to install Windows 98, it took me about 90 seconds. So I do recommend that. Now, if I go memory, no, I don't think memory comes under this bit. But it should be here. Windows 8 second edition, registered to, yeah. Oh no, don't copy my serial number. 128 megabytes of RAM, yeah, that's what I thought, yeah. Look, so I'm going to restart the computer. In fact, I'm going to shut it down. Yep. So there we go, there's the computer shut down. We're going to start it again. Let's get some software installed on this Windows 98 computer, because obviously... Ah, did you hear that? There was a little BIOS speaker beep. I told it to play those as well. You can get extras for x86 box, like if you want to hear hard drive whines, CD whirring, floppy drive noises. But I'm not too bothered with that. I'm more sort of bothered about like having a functional retro computer. So let's try it again. Right, so do we have Winamp? What's the Winamp file called? There's Winamp. So double click on that. I agree. Yeah. Next. Specs. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. And we'll use the modern skin. Oh, no. Actually, I prefer the classic skin. I thought the classic skin was more readable. Cannot copy. Winamp cannot find specified file. Well, download failed. This isn't going to work, is it? I should have more carefully read those options. I'm very impatient when it comes to this stuff. I just prefer you click on it, install, and it installs, and it doesn't bother to ask you all these questions. Like, you sure you want to install? Do you want to install this? Do you want to install that? But you're like, just do it for me. Is required to a reboot. All right, go on then. Not that I think it's going to work, but we'll see. And the thing is, what I want, right, is I want to show you the multimedia multitasking aspect of Windows 98. So we're going to have Winamp running in the background playing some music whilst I play some games. Because, you know, you'd be like, yeah, but what sort of games can you play on it? Well, wow, I'm glad you asked, you see. So there's... Now, why don't we try and get some wallpaper on here, right? So we go Properties and Browse. No, not in Windows. Let's go See, My Documents, My Pictures. And it only accepts it only accepts bitmaps. You know what? Let me go and get a image and I'll save it to bitmap and then we'll come back. So be right back. And we're back again. So if I go to if I go to, you know what, let's do a couple of things, right? So properties, if I change the resolution, settings, let's go with 1280 by 1024, right? So that's Windows now resize your desktop. Yes, okay, yes. And I'm going to have to get out of this, move the window here. 1920 by 1080. So that should just be about right, yeah. Restart the... Oh, apply new color settings without restarting. What? 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 Oh dear. Oh, the computer's going, oh no, I don't like this. What? One moment. One moment, please. Yeah, look, I can't actually see the start menu, so I'm going to have to reduce its resolution a bit, but... You're learning with me, right? So I'm going to click on shut down, and then I'm going to restart the computer. Yep. So restart the computer, and it's on the other screen. You can't see it, so let me just put it there. And is it going to break again? I don't know. But the Windows 98 splash screen, I think, was 640 by 480. You can change the splash screen. I remember my friend had the Snoop Dogg marijuana leaf on this style. Well, no, that was Windows 98. But you can change that. And look, you can't see the thing beneath it. You know, the weird thing is, right, I'm looking at the OBS preview window, and I can see the moire patterns in the triangle. If I go here and edit patterns, you can do this. So if I do that, done. I don't want to save change the pattern, but look, we can do a different pattern. We can do that. See? Ah, no, I'm seeing the moire patterns as it's compressed on the preview window. So anyway, if I go settings, right, now if I change this, let's just change it to 1280 by 960. And some of you can work out. You resize your desktops. Yes, I wish to keep the setting. It's still a bit too... you know what? Well, what I'll do is panel edit mode. Yeah, put this. Can you just go somewhere else? How do I move it? Right. If I move it there, yeah. I can move this up here. Right, there we go. Now we can see everything. I'll just have to move that later on. So, actually, that it doesn't recognize that hotkey. I've got hotkey on my keyboard, which brings up the calculator. But that doesn't work here. So if I go 10, well, it doesn't. So you recognize that, but you don't recognize the num keys. Oh, I've taken off num lock now, so it does. So what was my resolution again? Let's have a look. Properties, settings, 1280 by 960. Right, so 1280 by 960. Oh, no. 1280 divided by 960. It's a ratio of 1 to... Guys, look, it's a square resolution. I'm going to say it's 4 by 3. It might be 5 by 4. I don't know. Point being is, I've done all this stuff. Let's try and actually use the computer for stuff, because I was having a thing yesterday with someone was really into Linux, and I said, look, yeah, I use Linux, yeah, but for me, it's a means to an end. It's a tool. It's like a car. I know some people like to tinker with their cars and do all this stuff with them, but for me, it's not like the car is something to get me to A to B, and obviously I'm gonna service my car, and I can change oil filters and do oil, but like uh, other stuff, it's all right. Now, what's annoying me here is I made a bitmap, right, and I thought I saved it here, but I don't know if I did. Let me just pause again and see if I can find where I put this bitmap. Right, so look, I've got it here, you see, Windows 98 wallpaper. It's definitely there. So why is it not here in the thing? So this is my x86 box thing, right? And it should be here. Now, I was looking at the recording video. We're 20 minutes into this, and so far what I've done is change the resolution and shown you there's patterns. And I was thinking, you know what? This isn't really a good intro to it. But then I thought, maybe it is a good intro, because you can see with me the frustrations in using a system which you may have never used Windows 98 before, and I have. If I mount folder and just say choose, right, so now it's got that mounted. So if I go start programs, now I want to create a shortcut for that on the desktop, but it won't let me. It's okay. Windows 98 wallpaper, copy it, yeah, and then we're going to go to my documents, my pictures, and then paste. There we go. So now if I go properties and we choose wallpaper, browse, it always defaults to Windows. This is before Windows said what it should default to my documents, which I think is a better place to put it. And apply. Windows can't display the image you selected, choose different wallpaper. You know what? If in doubt, ask Grok. I'm going to upload it the image and see what it says, because I'm sure I've got a bitmap here. Oh look, can we change the appearance though? Because oh god, that's better, isn't it? There we go. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh look. I'm sure as a child I would have loved this. Is it? Oh, actually, you know what? That shade of blue is all right. We'll stick to that shade of blue. But it's really bothering me. What about screensaver? There's not even any screensavers. Look. Who are you? Properties. No, it's you click on my computer and go properties. But look, Igor, Ivan, Evorin. Look, Evorin, right? I really appreciate the Windows 98 quick installer. It's brilliant. But why did you have to strip out all the Windows 98 stuff? You know what? The first thing I'm going to do is see if I can fix it by adding in the stuff that was removed. So if I attach an image, right, we'll do plus. And now if I go here, yeah, it's now plus. Let's do setup. And I could have done auto run, but it doesn't matter. Accept the agreement. And then, well, I'm already there, buddy, so thanks. It wants a CD key. I thought this was already had a CD key. Bear with me, right. Right, for whatever reason, I've got a click in the background. But if I go here, No, don't scan system for viruses. You can have all the viruses. Complete, yeah, do that, fine. Go next. Next. It might be some issue with sound emulation in Windows 98, but there you go, it's copying some files. Now, if I go to Programs and Paint, right, and if I go, oh look, it's got it there in Recent Files. So that's what I want for the desktop. Now, I can go here, right, I can set as wallpaper centered, like so. And then if I close that, it should have applied it. So if I go Properties, now, as you can imagine, right, it's been a while since I've done this stuff. So you go Pattern, right, do None, Apply. Yeah. But it still hasn't applied the wallpaper. So let's try it again. See My Documents, My Pictures, and then Apply. Windows cannot display the drop wallpaper selected. I have no idea. I mean, I don't think what I'm asking it to do is too advanced, because I think back in the day I had this photograph of a motorbike, a Triumph Bonneville, the 1996 refresh, and I remember that image because it was huge. It was a 4:3 ratio. And then as I got like newer monitors and stuff, configure desktop theme, run the maintenance wizard. No, just finish. Current Windows settings. Cafe. Core BIS photography, high color. Germany. Oh, geometry. Sorry. The science fiction. Oh, that sounds interesting. What else we got? Windows 98 high color. Oh, that looks nice. I like that. Windows 98 default. Nah, teal is not good color. World Traveller. Oh, that's pretty. Rotate the theme monthly. Yep, yeah, do that. Screensaver. Pointers. Yeah. Oh look, we got new pointers. You got an aircraft as your thing and sounds. Oh yeah. Apply all that. Task scheduler is not currently running. These prevent money. Do you want to start? Yeah, sure. Ah. Task manager couldn't be found. Look, okay, just click OK on all that. And look, we got ourselves a desktop. Do you want to restart your computer now? Yes. Right. The way those sounds are fucked, I'm thinking that my sound hardware, the emulated sound hardware, is not right, because I've just the audio is ISA 16 Sound Blaster or 64 Gold. I'll try another thing, but you know, I might do this as 2 videos actually, because yeah, look, that's just not right, is it? It's just not right. I don't. It's. I think we're getting pretty close to the end of this video, but I'll do one more thing, right? Because what it might have been is I might have been in Active Desktop, which is you could have web pages as your desktop, which was great for trolling people, because you just point it to some porn website, and then whenever they start, just nobody did that at school when I was there. Oh no. No, there was other things that were done at school. So if I go preview, jazz. Oh man, oh that is so cool. Whatever that was, jazz horror channel. I mean, a lot of these screensavers aren't working, but do we have like the originals, like architecture? preview it. Man. Screensavers were a thing we had back in the day. I miss them, you know. There were screensavers in Linux as well. Windows 98. What about that? Oh, now that's what you want. Look at that, right? This was the height of 3D graphics back in the day. Like, that's actual, like, fluid physics simulation on a Windows 98 machine. Incredible. So yeah, that's going to be my screensaver, so I'll apply that. And now we'll wait like 1 minute before the screensaver. Oh, yeah, of course, because the num lock is on, it doesn't like it. So we'll just do that, apply. Now, as for the background, right, we're going to go browse. Because now we've confirmed that like it can display bitmaps. So we go this and then my documents, my pictures. It really doesn't like that image. And it's so weird, right? Because if I go in here, oh yeah, click, 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 clicks. But let's try Winamp first. Let's make sure that works. So, oh yeah, totally that stuff. Yeah, I'm going to register to winamp.com. Yeah, so if I go add, oh, you can add URLs. Yeah, oh yeah, that was a thing you could do. So as you can hear, sound is a bit. I'm going to use a technical term here. The sound is a bit fucky. So let's go to. Let's do that. And don't look at the title of. Yep. So Winamp's working. Oh, look, it even put an icon there, because what if you want to just do that? What about if I go, yeah, my email address is Bill, hang on, Bill.Gates at, oh, it thinks I have an American keyboard. Yeah, send me Winamp announcements. 111. Oh. 111, 111. That's surfing. And, yep, permanent redirect connection closed. So that's going to just stay there forever. But, look, x86 box is great. Don't use an All64 Gold as your hardware thing. I'm going to try and uninstall. In fact, you know what? Let's see if I can uninstall it now. So if we go to, in fact, it just says standard PS2 mouse. I'm going to try and install in the later version a mouse and sound drivers. But before we do that, right? So this is our All64, right? So we're going to remove that. And then if I go to sound, we're going to remove. Okay. And then also that will be part of it as well. So I'm going to, oh, you can only rename it. You can't remove it. So we'll do that. Now close, and we're going to shut the computer down. And then I'll do another video another time, right? And I'm just going to show you like playing some games in Windows with Winamp in the background running, and we can do some other stuff. I mean, oh, in the meantime, did you want to see Netscape Navigator, or Nutscape Navigator as my friend used to call it? Yeah, there's, so what if I do browsing the web on browsing the web in 2026 on Windows 98 using Netscape Navigator. Let's see what happens. You know, might be fun. The site will let you step back in time and browse the old internet, but it's HTTPS. So if I click on that, remember the days the internet was a lot slower and clunkier and you could Netscape Navigate, which you try. So what's it saying? The tool pulls data from the Internet Archive. So, I mean, it'd be nice if I could read that. Probably could read it on the... So that's talking about Frog Find, Netscape Navigate, the Internet Archive. There are more benefits to this flashback exercise beyond the nostalgic dopamine hit. Archived content is research gold. You can serve as inspiration for web designers, especially retro-free interfaces. Oh yeah, and the back button doesn't work because I haven't installed the back button. That's why we're going to install Microsoft IntelliMouse. Netscape browser is still available in 2026. How to browse the web on very old computers. Classic web browsers and modern hardware. You can now browse the web like it's 99. Scroll wheel doesn't work because I haven't installed it. Guilds running. Use this browser emulator to relieve the web of your youth. Netscape Navigator, the first browser war, Netscape Browser Collection, Netscape Navigator, Wikipedia. Well, I think we have done enough for one day. I've given you a taste of Windows 98 and all the wonderful things you can do on it. And I will show you some games and Encarta later on in another video, but I hope this has whetted your appetite. Oh yeah, and let's just do that now actually whilst I remember. So if I go edit machine settings, right, so sound, we're gonna swap let's upgrade, right? Let's say I've got Sound Blaster PCI 128. That sounds pretty cool, right? Yeah. Let's say that. Yeah, let's say that, right. And yeah, and then we'll do that. We'll do that next time. Thanks for watching. Did you use Windows 98? Is it something you're interested in? Would you like to see Windows XP running on emulated or, well, I can't do real hardware because I have to figure out some sort of capture device. And I haven't got a capture card. Yeah. Oh, look, other people do Windows X, but I'm more interested in doing this x86 box. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Toodaloo.